Hello world, it is Tuesday, November 10th, and a little bit of an overcast day today, but again, supposed to be warm, but changing temperatures tonight back to more normal weather for November tomorrow. Today's devotion is entitled Got Your ID, written by Kenneth Samuel. Kenneth Samuel is the pastor of a UCC church in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and something like 3,000 or 5,000 members. It's a fairly large church in Georgia, north of Atlanta, I think it is. Anyway, Kenneth bases his devotion upon the Gospel, John chapter 8, verses 25 and 28, New Living Translation. "Who are you?" they demanded. So Jesus said, "When you have lifted up the Son of Man on the cross, then you will understand that I am He." Kenneth writes, "Self-appointed messiahs are prevalent everywhere. The pressing questions are always, who's the imposter and who's the fake? The contemporaries of Jesus, especially the religious authorities, had a lot of questions about Jesus' identity. Why did he claim to be one with God? Did he consider himself greater than Abraham, the father of Israel? Could he, a mere carpenter's son, be the Messiah? Jesus' definitive response to these questions didn't direct people to the claims he made of himself, as glorious as those claims were. Jesus instead directed his inquisitors to the sacrifice he would make at Calvary. The sacrifices we are willing to make for the causes we claim to believe in say more about who we are than any of our own self-assertions. I ran into a lot of opposition and bombardment of questions when I first began teaching and preaching in favor of women's and LGBTQ equality. In one contentious meeting with church officers, I was told that my preaching in support of women's and LGBTQ equality would necessitate deep cuts in our church budget, beginning with my own salary and benefits. I responded that I understood, but the cuts in my salary and benefits would not alter my convictions or my preaching. In response to that, one deacon stood and said, "If you are willing to sacrifice your salary and benefits for this, then there must be something to it." The crosses we bear are indeed more self-disclosing than the self-assertions we make. And the prayer. God, let the sacrifices we make for what we believe tell the world we really are. Amen. This devotion makes me think of a post I did on Facebook a few days ago, that actions speak louder than words. And at the time, that was kind of a response to, once again, in the presidential elections, the pollsters being way off. And they were wondering what really happened. Why were people telling them one thing and then the vote turned the other way? I think it's true that people's actions speak louder than their words. Sometimes people will say they will support something or do something, and when it really comes down to it, they don't have the courage or the ambition to follow up their words with action. And that's a hard thing, I think. So it's important for us to consider what we're saying and making sure that our actions speak to what we say we believe in, or vice versa, that if we really believe in something, we should be speaking out about it as well. But action is much more important than words. And sometimes people say things and do the complete opposite. So watch what people do, not necessarily what they say. And we should do the same. So I hope you have a good day today, and I will talk to you again on Wednesday.